There is something interesting happening in the world today. A quiet shift. Years ago, people used to flex big houses, luxury cars, expensive watches, private jets, screenshots of bank accounts. The louder the display, the higher the status. But something has changed. Real players don't flex like that anymore because material flexing is outdated. Anyone can rent a car, anyone can pose in front of a building, anyone can borrow an image. But there is one thing you cannot fake: impact. Today, the real flex looks different. I helped 5 families this month. I planted 100 trees this year. I mentored 10 young people who needed direction. I paid someone's hospital bill quietly. That is the new flex. Not what you own, but what you circulate. And behind that mindset is a powerful philosophy. 0 to 0. We enter this world with nothing, and we will leave with nothing. If the final result is always 0, then what exactly are we so afraid of? Most people spend 40 to 50 years building a fortress made of money, status, titles, assets, recognition. We believe the fortress makes us safe. We believe more equals security. But there is a hidden trap inside accumulation. The more you have, the more you fear losing it. The bigger your house, the more you worry about protecting it. The more money you save, the more you panic about market crashes. The higher you climb, the more terrified you are of falling. Slowly, without realizing it, you stop living. You start guarding, you stop creating, you start protecting, you stop giving, you start calculating. And one day, you wake up and realize something uncomfortable. You are not the owner of your wealth. You are the guard of it. You work for it. You defend it. You worry about it. You lose sleep because of it. And the fortress that was supposed to protect you becomes an invisible cage. This is the hoarding trap. It promises safety, but it quietly steals freedom. Let's simplify everything. When you were born, what did you bring? No money, no degree, no property, no status. You start at 0. When you leave this world, what will you take? Not your house, not your car, not your investments, not your followers. You will return to 0. This is the only constant in the universe. No matter how powerful, no matter how rich, no matter how famous, 0 to 0. So here's the real question. If the starting point is 0 and the ending point is 0, why do we live in so much fear in between? Why do we hold so tightly? Why do we delay generosity? Why do we wait to feel safe enough before living fully? If we all return to the same baseline, why not go all in? Why not use all the fuel you have while you are still here? Your money, your talent, your intelligence, your energy, your time. Everything is temporary fuel. You can either store it or burn it to create light. Many people believe giving means losing, but that belief only exists when you think in scarcity. In reality, giving is transformation. You transform money into gratitude. You transform time into memories. You transform knowledge into growth. You transform effort into opportunity for someone else. Material wealth stays in accounts. Impact stays in people, and impact multiplies. A car depreciates. A building ages. Technology becomes outdated. But the person whose life you changed will carry that effect forward. Generosity is not subtraction. It is circulation. And circulation is what keeps energy alive. The richest people in mindset understand this deeply. They are not obsessed with keeping. They are obsessed with using well. There is a saying that sounds simple but carries weight. The most successful person is the one who finishes paying everything back and then leaves. At first, it may sound harsh, but think about it. What does it mean to pay everything back? It means you used what you were given. You did not waste your talent. You did not bury your potential. You did not sit on resources out of fear. You converted everything into value. Some people leave this world with massive bank accounts, but unfinished lives. Others leave with modest assets, but massive impact. I have seen people like this. Some of them were not even old, in their 40s, financially stable, mentally abundant, spiritually grounded. They could have spent their time protecting what they built. Instead, they expanded it through generosity. Wherever they went, if they saw someone struggling, they stepped in, without hesitation, without announcement, without expectation of return. They did not wait to become billionaires. They understood something earlier. Life is temporary fuel, so they burned it brightly. And when their time came unexpectedly, they did not look afraid. They looked fulfilled. Because they knew they had used everything. They returned what they had borrowed from existence. No regret, no, I wish I had, just completion. That is optimization of life. If you must flex, flex differently. Flex the number of lives you improved. Flex the amount of kindness you distributed. Flex the courage to give when it is uncomfortable. Flex your discipline in using your resources wisely. Flex how much impact you created quietly. Material flexing creates envy. Impact flexing creates inspiration. And inspiration outlives you. The world does not need more people showing what they own. The world needs more people showing what they give. Because giving creates movement, and movement creates legacy. If this philosophy is so simple, why don't more people live this way? Because fear feels logical. What if I need it later? What if I don't have enough? What if I lose everything? But here is the uncomfortable truth. You will lose everything. Eventually, not today, maybe not tomorrow, but one day. 0 to 0 is not pessimistic. It is liberating. When you accept the final result, fear loses power. And when fear loses power, generosity becomes easier. You stop asking, how much can I keep? And you start asking, how much can I turn into something meaningful? Between the two zeros, there is a small window. That window is your lifetime. Inside that window, you get access to resources, temporary access. The question is not how much you collect. The question is how wisely you use it. Did you use your voice to uplift? Did you use your knowledge to teach? Did you use your wealth to empower? Did you use your time to love? Because when the window closes, only one thing remains: the effect you left behind. Not your balance sheet, not your property list, but your ripple. Many people say, when I'm rich, I will give. But generosity is not about amount. It is about mindset. If you cannot give when you have little, you will not give when you have much. Start small. Give a smile, give encouragement, give attention, give skills, give opportunity, give forgiveness. Generosity is not measured by size. It is measured by sincerity, and sincerity costs nothing. Imagine this. It is your last day. You look back at your life. You don't ask, how much did I accumulate? You ask, did I use it? Did you burn your fuel fully? Did you turn resources into impact? Did you leave the world slightly better than you found it? If the answer is yes, you can smile, because you finished paying everything back. And then you leave. 0 to 0, but bright in between. What do you think about the philosophy? The most successful person is the one who finishes paying everything back and then leaves. Do you agree, or do you see it differently? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if this video resonated with you. And remember, we all go from 0 to 0, but how brightly you burn in the middle is completely up to you.